another live Disney adaptation, but this time we have the King of the North. Cinderella live action version. Alright, so Cinderella is the live adaptation of the classic Disney animation Cinderella. Now, I say classic because Cinderella is the most iconic princess movie. It's the basic story. So, now Cinderella is one of my favorite Disney animated movies. It's a Walt Disney movie, along with like Snow White, Cinderella, and I really enjoy the classic version of Cinderella. And when I heard they're doing a live adaptation of Cinderella, I was worried because I've seen the last 3 of them, like Alice in Wonderland, Johnny Depp doing his Johnny Depp thing. You have Snow White and the Huntsman. No. And the last one, Maleficent just destroyed the legacy of Sleeping Beauty, completely rewriting the story, and I don't like that. And that's what I liked about Cinderella. It was faithful to the source material, but yet it also enhanced it. Like the first 20 minutes of this movie, it goes over her backstory. And for like an animation movie, you can just jump in there and you're good. But for a live action movie, you need more backstory for the character. And that's what I really appreciate from this movie. Like the beginning of the movie, you see her as a little girl with her mother and her dad. And then something happens both to her parents and then you have the wicked stepmother. Now, the cast of this movie, Lily James, the girl who plays Cinderella, I thought she was spectacular in this movie. I thought she was born to play this role. Don't be surprised to be this girl. I think has a lot of talent. I think she could be a big star one day. One of the other casts in the movie was Richard Madden. Richard Madden was more commonly known as Robb Stark in Game of Thrones. Robb Stark in Game of Thrones was a very weak character in the books, but Richard Madden turned that character into such a great character in the show. And I'm glad to see him get more roles. And I thought he was great as Prince Charming. Whenever the narration said, and then the prince strode by, and I was like, the King of the North! Also, other great casting in this movie, like the 2 stepgirls. I thought they were maybe a little too cartoonish for the movie, but I felt like they did a great job because they were terrible to Cinderella, and I liked that. And then one of the best casting parts of it was Cate Blanchett as the wicked stepmother. And I thought she did a great job, and she was able to humanize the character. You saw where she was coming from. This movie has its cheesy messages because, well, it's a Disney film and it's a live adaptation for Cinderella. That's what's great about this. She starts out from nothing and she was able to become the prince. That's why people call in March Madness the Cinderella story. I have a few gripes about this movie, but my biggest gripe was the girl who played the wicked stepmother. She's that girl who plays a crazy role in every movie, and like Fight Club. She's always in those Tim Burton movies. You know what I'm talking about. She's just not great, but I mean, she did it fine. She had a very minimal screen time in this movie, though you do hear her narration of the movie the whole time. In the end, Cinderella is the first good Disney adaptation. I really liked the cast of this movie. I thought everyone did a great job acting. They didn't change anything from the source material, which I'm fine with after seeing the mess they made in Maleficent. This movie's directed by Kenneth Branagh. He directed movies like Thor, and he also directed Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit. And I thought he did a great job directing this movie. You could definitely see the tone. So I'm going to give Cinderella a 4.2 out of 5. I think this is a good movie. You should check it out. Have you seen Cinderella? What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button. Subscribe to see more. All too easy.